Hello, Collective and Soul Tribe. Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, June the 16th. I hope you guys are doing well mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. You know what's up, you guys, all right? I will be doing a tarot and oracle message for today, so let's jump right into it and see what you guys might need to know. All right, guys? But I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are feeling well. And of course, if you guys are not having a good day today, that's okay. Allow yourself to go through those emotions, feel those emotions, release them. And tomorrow's a brand new day. All right, guys. So let's see what Spirit has for you guys for today. So Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective for June 16th? What do they need to know? Thank you. First card of the deck, Ace of Cups, okay? There's something about you guys being open when it comes to opening up your heart. Now, this could be to new love, new careers, new finances. This could be about your creativity, your intuition. Maybe you guys are learning to love your intuition, which is a little bit hard because sometimes we don't trust our intuition 100% or fully. So some of you guys could be learning to understand your intuition more, love your intuition, because there's certain things that you guys are finding out when it comes to trusting in divine timing, having inner knowing, those kind of things, right? But when it comes to the first house, this talks about so many different things. This could be about your personal life, yourself, your appearance, your independence, your individuality, a new beginning, etc. The list goes on, okay? But for some of you guys, this could also talk about how you also show up, how you show up around the world, or how the world views you, and also how you view the world. So take what resonates with this when it comes to your approach. How you approach life could be significant, but this is about new feelings, okay? Emotional awakening, curiosity when it comes to your creativity, spirituality, and intuition. Now, you guys could be stepping into a new beginning when it comes to love and emotions, but also some of you guys are experiencing a new wave of love when it comes to positivity in your life, okay? Some of you don't have to, but you guys could have, I just saw 222 on the timer. You guys could have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio placements. And also the moon cycles could be significant because we just recently, had the new moon, which is still today. Today's actually the last day of the new moon, and the new moon is actually in Cancer right now. So it was in Gemini at its peak on the 14th. Then it transits into Gemini Cancer on the 15th, and then today's the 16th where it is in Cancer. So some of you may have a Cancer moon, and right now the energy could be very significant as we go through these transits. So take what resonates with you guys. We also have the world. Same thing I was just saying about, how you view the world and how the world views you with the number 21. So there's something about achieving something or having a completion when it comes to world energy. This could be completing a cycle or achieving something new. This could be fulfillment and what it is that you're doing that is about your passion or creativity. For some of you, this is a sense of belonging when it comes to wholeness. And even 1010 is very significant when it comes to wholeness, because that talks about ending of cycles and new beginnings, and also being in alignment with your body, mind, and spirit. Some of you guys, your purpose could be also unfolding when it comes to Saturn energy. Now, Saturn energy talks about responsibility, discipline, etc. But the 12th house could be significant, even though this says 21. If you reverse it, the 12th house could be significant. Okay, 12th house talks about many things, but this is like hidden energy for some of you guys, right? This could be about imprisonment, loss, grief, hidden enemies, solitude, releasing fears. Things that are hidden, right? The subconscious thoughts, addictions, healing, spirituality, karma, etc. The list goes on. So take what resonates with that. We have the Four of Pentacles. So there is something about, like I said, you guys are releasing any attachments to material possessions and just trusting in the abundance of the universe. Okay, trusting what you guys are receiving with the 4th house. Some of you guys know the 4th house talks about domestic matters. It talks about family roots, parents, guardians, emotions, etc. Building a foundation is significant. Some of you may have your sun in Capricorn in the 4th house. You don't have to, but there is something about the number 4, the number 3. If you put 2 and 1 together, and 1, 21, 4, and 3 could be significant. Something could be happening on the 21st of June for some of you guys, so take what resonates with that. But there is something about the energy where maybe you guys could have your boundaries up at this time. Even when it comes to saving, some of you guys could be saving at this time or just working on financial stability, okay? When it comes to your career, something about being overprotective. Now, this could be good and bad, right? Being overprotective about what you're trying to grow and like the foundation you're trying to build, that's one thing. But if you feel like maybe you are being overprotective of something that is out of your control, maybe you guys are learning to release that. For some of you guys, this could also talk about maybe you are dealing with people who are trying to be over controlling, okay, or overprotective when it comes to, you know, financial conversation and things like that, okay? We have the Death card. So yeah, you guys could be releasing. Like I said, 13, if you look at it in an angel number aspect, 13 talks about, you know, death and rebirth of patterns. So you could be an alchemist. There's something about transformation and rebirth through change. Angel number 555 is significant. Some of you guys may resonate with the color deep magenta and burgundy as well. That could be significant when it comes to like your solar plexus and your heart chakra. So take what resonates with that in that sense. But there's something about your energy where you were embracing transformation and a new beginning. There's also something about the energy where, again, even if you had lost anything, there's something about that being returned back to you, okay? Again, 1 and 3 equals 4, so there is something about 4s that are significant, but you guys are releasing and letting go and going through some type of transition at this time. Now, this could be you going through a transition because of planetary transitions, moon transitions, for example, you know, different zodiac signs going into different planetary positions, that stuff, right? We also have Judgment with the number 20. So Pluto energy is very significant with Scorpio showing up here. Some of you may have your Pluto in Scorpio. You don't have to, but when you think of Scorpio, you think of, you know, basically intelligence, but being wise also. And also when it comes to dealing with destruction or things falling apart, even like the Tower is significant, but there's something about also when it comes to Judgment, like I said, renewal and awakening, rebirth. It's almost like something needs to fall apart in order for something to come together. So for some of you guys could have went through some type of awakening, and that could be very significant for a lot of you during this time. Some of you guys could have went through a lot of awakenings because you guys are shedding older versions of you. People who are like accustomed to your old self, you know, maybe they're seeing that you guys are changing who you are and you guys are growing as individuals, whether this is your personal life, financial life, you know, your career, whatever it is that you guys are working to pursue, right? Queen of Cups, 13. So 13 is very significant. Okay, you guys are embracing your emotional intelligence and in compassion. This is about warmth, kindness, intuition, healing. Some of you guys could be into counseling or just helping people when it comes to support. You could be supported at this time, but when it comes to your emotions and having emotional maturity, there's something about you when it comes to your professions. Now, some of you guys could be into healing professions, you know, creating certain creative pursuits, but there is something about financial stability and that you guys are working towards that, okay? Like I said, 444 could be significant because 1 and 3 equals 4. So there is something about 4th house energy. I did mention the Tower. The Tower is at the bottom of the deck, and that's very significant. So you guys are embracing change at this time. Regardless of what is happening in the energy around you, you guys are embracing change. Okay, so let's see what else shows up at this time. When it comes to your journey, what you might need to know. Ooh. I tried to put the card back, but then these two flipped over, so I'll take it. Yeah, we have cosmic flow, okay, especially with the Ace of Cups showing up here. You guys are going with the flow when it comes to seasons, okay? Like, not every season is going to be the best. Not every season is going to be the worst. Some of you guys could have a season of change. Okay, you guys could have went through certain periods of seasons where things were really great and then things were really bad, right? And that happens to a lot of us when we're on our journey. It doesn't matter if, you know, it's a job or a home situation. It doesn't matter what it is. Usually in these cases, there are moments in time where we have really good situations that work out for us. It's amazing. It feels great. And then all of a sudden the tower, you know what I mean? Things start to change. Things, you know, kind of happen unexpectedly. Okay, there's something about unpredictability with Uranus energy that's very significant, but take what resonates in that sense. Even when it comes to seasons changing, keep in mind that we are still in spring. Okay, guys, we are still in spring. Summer is literally about to start in the next few days or so, okay? And that could be significant for a lot of us because depending on where you live, it could be really hot. It could feel like it's already summer, but in actuality, it is not summer yet. We're still in spring. We're still in the seasons of renewal and growth and rebirth and all that stuff. But in the summer, you will start to see growth and abundance and, you know, solar plexus energy where you can do more, you know, show up for yourself, that type of energy and frequency. So yeah, gratitude. We have gratitude that's significant. We have mirrors, okay? Some of you guys are showing up with a lot of gratitude, being grateful for the little things that you do have in life, okay? Even if that's money, material, whatever it is that you have currently right now, or just waking up every day, being able to wake up every day to do what it is that you need to do, whether this is your job, giving you the strength to move forward, that kind of stuff, right? Having food on the table, a roof over your head, things like that, right? Because sometimes we start to complain about the small things, but then we don't realize about the things that we have in front of us, right? And the more that you start to be more grateful or gratitude, show gratitude for the things that you do have, that's when things start to kind of fall into place when it comes to cosmic flow. So some of you guys have surrendered and released control. And there's something about mirrors. Your energy is like a mirror. Okay, so yeah, when it comes to mirror and judgment, we have limiting beliefs, okay? Now, when it comes to judgment and self-evaluation, there's something about awakening where you were dealing with people around you because you could be the one that's ready for a new beginning, but you could be dealing with people who have limiting beliefs. And when you are around people who have limiting beliefs, that slows your process down. That slows a lot of stuff down for you because I'm going to be honest. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to fix my chair. I'm going to be honest with you guys. The reason why is because that is projection. Mirrors also showing up here. That is projection. A lot of times people project their insecurities, their flaws, you know, their own problems that they had to go through. And they don't realize that sometimes people learn from other people's mistakes. Not everybody goes through the same process. I know boundaries was at the bottom of the deck before I shuffled this, but let me see what else shows up with this deck. Ooh. So something is unfolding, okay, at the bottom of the deck, like I said. Like this could be your purpose or your path. We have connected, okay, with the Queen of Cups and counseling and healing. Sorry, guys, this card fell on the floor and I had to stretch for it. I didn't want to get up. I'm lazy. Okay, but yeah, we have being connected. Like I said, with the Queen of Cups and you, there's something about you being connected when it comes to like counseling and healing. And some of you guys are stepping more into that, especially with, you know, the moon cycle right now being in Cancer in the new moon. Okay, we have money that is significant. So like I said, some of you guys could be working towards, you know, your finances, or there's something about your career in counseling or coaching. This could be spiritual, you know, advisories and things like that, where you guys are learning to take your talents and skills and put it into something that actually will make you money. Okay, so it's almost like if companies are not hiring you, if places are basically not seeing your worth, or say you are working a 9 to 5 and for some strange reason there's a shift in the energy, or you just feel like things are shifting and it's almost like people are trying to push you out, let them go with the flow. Let them, because from experience, I've been there. I know what it feels like to be in a place where it's like you're doing so much, you're trying to do as much as you possibly can. It's almost like a train. And eventually that train is going to have to stop. Whether you have the brakes, whether you stop the train, or whether the train just gets off track and has to stop. That is the Tower energy. okay, and being comfortable with that change. For some of you guys, that could be happening right now. You guys could be going through cycles of change, and for some of you guys, this could be companies, corporations, whatever it is, right? So take what resonates with that. Thank you, Spirit. We have happiness. Yeah, so whatever it is that you guys are doing or working towards, you guys are happy at this time, okay? There's something about love that is significant. Your heart chakra is very significant too. There's something about your heart being open and expanding and balanced at this time, okay? Like, you give balanced love for whoever this message resonates with. Even if people, you know, are showing up in your energy shady or crooked or weird, your love is very balanced. Your love is very nurturing, okay? So take what resonates with that. That could be confirmation. And this could be what you love to do as well when it comes to, you know, your path. And a lot of times in life, we are working 9-to-5 jobs. And I will always say this all the time. A job is a job. It doesn't matter what job you do. As long as you love what you do, that's all that matters. I don't care if it's a 9-to-5. I don't care if you're an entrepreneur. I don't care if you're an entrepreneur and you have a 9-to-5 or a part-time. I don't care. What makes you happy is the most important thing that you can do for yourself, because that is you following your blueprint and your path. Okay, so let's see. And some of you guys are being cautious at this time. Yeah. So again, there's something about your energy when it comes to your happiness, your love, you being balanced, but being cautious of who you have and what you have in your energy. Some of you guys could have cleansed your energy. That came out yesterday as well. Okay, so take what resonates with that. But there's something about you being cautious because you guys are conscious about your energy. You are conscious about your happiness, about your love. Okay, who and what you allow in your personal space and energy is very significant. Now, not everybody will resonate with that, but like I said, with mirrors, you are a reflection. So how you show up is a reflection of whoever's in your energy, or you could be having space of who is in your energy, because like I said, you guys are cautious. We have creativity and then we have rejection, okay, and stopping. So there's something about your creativity, okay, like I said, there's something about being rejected. If you guys are in places where you feel like you are being rejected, whether this is a job, you know, maybe you're doing something creatively where something may not be working out and you may feel like it's like rejection. Rejection usually is protection. And if that job or that environment or place, whatever it is pushing you out, is because you have stopped doing certain things and you have illuminated your own light and you trusted yourself, okay? Because guess what? You are isolating your energy. You have faith. There's something about your energy, like I said, when it comes to, you know, your creativity. Some people may not like the fact that you have an inner knowing. That's not your fault. You know what I mean, collective? That's not your fault. Okay, you having an inner knowing is not your fault. You just know certain things. You're just aware. And that's all that it is to the energy. Okay, so I'm going to see what else is out there when it comes to this deck. Spirit, what other messages do you have for the collective at this time for June 16th? What else can you tell them at this time? Please and thank you. Yeah, gratitude. Because you always show gratitude for no matter what it is that you do, whether this is to people, to your ancestors, to the universe, having faith, whatever it is, you always receive what it is that you need. With the number 3 and 5, 3 talks about expression, creativity, and 5 talks about, you know, change, joy, things like that, okay? 3 with joy, 5 with change, freedom, adventure, you know, attracting luck at this time is very significant. So some of you guys could be attracting a lot of luck at this time with Venus energy as well. Some of you guys, when it comes to water placements, some of you guys may have water placements in Venus or earth placements in Venus as well. And that could be confirmation. Even when it comes to water energy and earth energy, there's something about days to weeks and weeks to months. We have recovery. Some of you guys are recovering, like I said, whether this is mentally, physically, emotionally, asking for help, especially with the Ace of Cups and also Queen of Cups energy. So if you guys are looking for a counselor, counselor or a coach. That could be significant. We have communicate clearly, okay, and be assertive and listen to your intuition. So yeah, there's something about you being assertive and listening to your intuition more. All right, guys, so take what resonates with that. I'm going to end it here. But thank you guys for the love and the support. I appreciate you guys. And if you guys would like to check out my website when it comes to booking readings and things like that, or just my blog, you guys can check that out. And if you guys want to email me, everything is in the emails. Everything's in the video description below when it comes to emails, links and stuff like that. If you guys have questions, like I said, email me. But thank you for those who have been following me, for those who have been, you know, resonating with the messages or just liking, sharing, reposting, etc. I appreciate that, and I will see you next time. All right, guys, I love you guys. Have a wonderful Tuesday and have a wonderful day. All right, guys, bye.